Welcome back to the Finca, everyone, and another video. I'm currently working on blocking up this doorway, turning it into a window because we have a million doorways already, and we desperately want to get it done before winter for obvious reasons. We've got a massive hole in the wall, so I just want to consolidate this wall a little bit before I go any higher with it. So carry on.
Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
So originally these walls were built with two layers, just like this. If you can see them there, two layers of stones on the outside with big through stones through the middle. The then centres were then packed with soil and dirt and mud and clay, anything they could get, I guess, really. But I'm actually filling them up with mortar and stones, makes it more solid. Avoid the problems in another 150 years for the next person with having all these massive holes like we've had and had to fill in these other walls as we go. It just takes a long time. The difficulty, as I said, is finding stones that fit in the gaps. But I'm not doing bad here. I've got a little bit to fill in here now, and then I'll be ready to get some more, hopefully bigger stones on the top. I've got a pretty massive big pile of stones here, hopefully going to do the job, but I have a feeling I'm not going to have enough, believe it or not. Use absolutely thousands of them, tons and tons of it. Obviously I want the wall to look exactly like the original wall, don't want it to look like it's been filled in. Here's another nice one. I've got all these, a lot of these came from upstairs where we knocked through that wall to make because it had a solid wall and you couldn't get through one half of the apartment to the other, so I had to knock a big hole in the wall, and this is kind of where most of these came from. Well, obviously I want to get these heaviest ones in sooner rather than later, because the later I leave it, the higher I'm going to have to lift them. So we'll try and pull a few out. So I've got a pile of big stones over here, I've got a pile of smaller stones here which I'm going to use for the infill. The problem is I've got another problem I'm creating for myself as well. I need to build another wall inside, and it's going to be getting the stones in. I've got a load in there already which I'm leaving. I'm trying to use these, so I think what I'll do when I'm getting up to near the top, I'll just throw as many as I can in through the window before the window goes in, because it's not easy to get round there, especially going through done parts of the house. But I need to get this done first because winter's on its way, so, and I don't want this big hole in the wall when winter arrives and it gets cold. So I'm going to get another mix on now and get some of these infills done, get some more of these big ones on top hopefully. And although we haven't got any rain forecast, we've got some pretty threatening clouds coming in there from the west. So I'll just keep fingers crossed, hope and pray that we don't get any, because that's really not going to help me. There's a bit of a breeze blowing up. I really hope we're not going to get some weather. So I'm just going to find some stuff that fits in here from my pile. I've got my bucket of water. Yeah, to dip them in. It's important to get them wet so the lime absorbs into the stone well. Just in case I try them and see what fits. So you can get a small one under there actually. This type of wall construction is known as random rubble stone, uncoursed random rubble stone. That'll actually fit in there in a minute. So put him on one side and get the back filled up. There we go. It'll go in there. As opposed to coursed, where they're laid in lines in layers, say I've got to match it up to match the existing. I should be able to. That's about 5 years rebuilding, reconstructing. Let's say that one. Repairing these kind of walls. Dip in there. Nice, go on, stay there. So I shall carry on. Lovely. That's it. That's a nice fit in there as well. Got to look nice. There we are. Just lining up the next couple. Tabby's helping. Right, fab. Obviously I want a keyed in joint as well up both sides. So I'm trying to find one to go on here now. Even on the back actually. So I've got one that fits nicely in there, one in there, and one in the back. I'll infill these. Obviously again, when we're building a stone wall, we want it to stand up by itself. The mortar kind of really just stops the wind blowing through it. So they're kind of sat there very nicely. But I think I might have to leave it. I felt a few spots of rain. It's very black. Kind of don't want to risk it at the moment. So I'll come back to it shortly. I'll see what happens in the next sort of 20 minutes, half an hour or so. It's just typical. We do have a few spots of rain. I'm just going to lean the door on it. That should keep it off, I think. Hope for the best. I just had a spot of lunch. It's not changed much. I'm just going to see if I can get these in at least. It's still spitting very, very lightly. But I'll just get these in and stick the door back over it. That way. I think I've said before, they never go back the way you wanted them to, the way you had them. And a pack of stone under the back of him there. That's it. There we go. That's not bad actually. And then try and get these two in as well. Fab, they're all in. I reckon I'll just get one more in here. I'm not going to chance it any further because it's still looking black. But that's really good. Really happy with that today. I've got to nip into town anyway because I need more sand and more lime again. Give him a tap in there. That's it. Smashing. I'm going to put the door back over it just in case. And yeah, grand stuff. A wedge under him, I think. That's it. Super. So 4 hours I've been at it this morning. You can see how much I've done. A lot, but not a lot. I'm about halfway. It's got to come up to about here. So maybe a little over halfway. It's hard to say. I got a lot of the front done. I need to do some infilling on the back, but of course it's now getting difficult because I can't just step over it. So I'm going to throw a load of stones through here, I think. Kind of gauge what I need to fill to do this side, and yeah, bring a mix around this side. You thought it was going slow before. It's going to slow down even more now. Chuck them in there. It's hard to judge what you're going to need, so I'm just going to throw a load through. I'm just looking for ones with fairly nice faces, all different shapes and sizes. Some little ones for the gaps. Your pile's going down, as you can see. Come on. How's that big enough? Right, I'll carry on. This is what the inside looks like at the minute. I've got this one, it'll go in there. I've got a few other bigger ones, hopefully going, and maybe that one not. But I'll have a mess about, get a mix done, and get this leveled up, ready for the next layer. It's getting up a bit. Just going to fill a couple of these holes in. Obviously, oh, that's nice. The whole of this wall is going to need pointing and little like pinning stones and things sticking in it, as we do when we rebuild the existing walls. That's how they're built. And when in 100 years or so you find that it's these outer stones that sort of fall out in time, they shouldn't do on this, because it's solid all the way through and not just full of dirt. There we go, another one in. I'm trying to push in the joints right back as well, so when I do come to point it, you know, I've got a decent gap to fill. I think we're nearly there. Let's try and get something behind him up there, and that'll be us for today, I think. Time for a nice cold beer. This one will go grey in there, like a so. Ish. It's a bit naughty. Just get rid of that. It's rotten old sandstone anyway. And we'll excellent. Stick him in. Hopefully I've got enough stuff here. That'd be typical, wouldn't it? Oh. scrape in the bucket. Yeah, let's have it. There we go. Splendid. So there we are. I've got a pretty, I'll say level, in inverted commas, top on it. I can select some big stones now to go on top of there, and then depending on how they lie, fill in before I put them on accordingly. In the meantime, I think that just needs to all go off a little bit though now, because if I start putting a lot of weight on top of them, it might dislodge them, especially as they're heavy to hold, and sometimes you've got to, you know, bounce them a little bit, if that makes any sense at all. So I let it go overnight, and I'm back on it in the morning. So hopefully you can see on here, it's absolutely crack on in line with the other wall. The way I've done it, hopefully using exactly the same kind of techniques and stones, it should be undetectable, which is, that's what we need it to be really. We don't want it obvious that we've bricked up a doorway and it would look terrible. So happy days. And if that's clear, this is the outside, where it meets the existing wall, just over here and over there. Pretty happy with that, to be honest, very happy with it. You might get a better perspective from here. Right, so I've got these two big ones in place. The bigger we can use, the less we've got to do. I'm going to try and get some of these holes filled in now, smaller gaps and stuff, and then repeat the process on the inside. Get him in there. The flies are driving me crazy today. Super hot, as you can see. I'm absolutely wet through. Bit more. Come on. That's it. Get my tap in. Nice. Just carry on. Time to move inside. Recharge my stack of stones in here. There's still quite a few in there from the other day. But, well, you can't have too many. Got a couple more nice ones. These might do the trick. And I'll repeat the process on the inside. Back on the inside, I hope that light's not flaring out too much. I've got a few in down here. I've got these set now. I'm going to take them off and stick them in, of course, but I want to leave them there so I remember where they go. And so I'll get another mix on and get it done. Well, I've about done what I can for today. I've got another levelish top on it that I can build up on again. Unfortunately, that massive pile of stones I've actually run out of suitable sized stones. I've got lots and lots of small ones. All the cats are queuing up for the dinner, but nothing sort of bigger. So I need to have a hunt around, see what I can find. I think I need to come to about here. This window's slightly deeper, only a little bit, 4 inches, 100mm than that one. So another row, another day should do it. I was hoping to have it done for when Sharon got back, but I'm picking up tomorrow night, and I might have the wall built up, but I certainly won't have the window in. And such as this, it always takes massively miles longer than I expect. I must have been absolutely kidding myself to even think that I could have got it done in that time. So I'm going to call it a day anyway. Sort all these animals out. They're all hungry. I'm ready for a nice cold beer. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everyone that supported the channel, all our Patreons, everyone that's bought us a coffee, and we'll see you on the next one.